To get a hold of the Incarnon Genesis that can turn older weapons into Incarnon weapons that, to be fair, this just kind of makes it look more like it used to look. Don't think I'm going to make it to Skana since there's 2 days left. You have to be playing this on Steel Path, and you have to do the circuit. When you click on it, it will give you an option of which one to choose. And choose your Incarnon Genesis. Just remember one thing. The one that will appear first is the one at rank 5, and that is the one you select first. Ooh, have to be, wouldn't it? The one you select second will be the rank, well, it literally says rank tier 5 there. The next one you select will become the tier 10. You will not get that Genesis until you get to level 10. Once you actually get enough to be able to do this, you just have to go back into here, go to the circuit, and boom! Braton Incarnon Genesis. Now we're working towards the Skana, and to be fair, the only thing I think that's going to stop me is the fact that this is just completely insane. Getting to there, kind of a pain. Getting all the way to there, yeah, they're asking too much for something that's behind the Steel Path. Math was very wrong. I had it worked out at nearly 1,200 circuit progress to get from tier 9 to tier 10. It's actually 975. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but it's still pretty bad considering the, I'm just going to put it as, lack of rewards for playing the circuit Steel Path. The only thing worthwhile in here is the Incarnon Genesis. And the Arcanes. Because once you get past level 10, you will basically get Arcanes every so many points. To get, of course, the rewards, you will need 285 circuit progress for the first tier, then 315 to get to the second tier, 345 to get to tier 3, 390 to get to tier 4, 450 to get to tier 5, which is where the first Incarnon is, and just to get to the first Incarnon, you will need 1,785 total circuit progress points. This is important because when you first go in and you start playing this, stage 1 will give you 100 circuit progress, stage 2 is 110, stage 3 is 125, stage 4 is 145. Once a day you can get a bonus after completing stage 4 of an extra 50 points, and stage 5 and onwards will give you 170 circuit progress every single time. Which isn't too bad, until you realise how bad this will actually get. But to get to tier 6 is 525 more, then 615 for 7, 720 for 8, 840 for 9, 975 for 10, and 1,400 for every level afterwards. Apparently I've never really gone past 10, I kind of get there and stop, but as mentioned, you can get some quite decent rewards there because there are Arcanes, to be fair, I've heard lots of different things. I'm not willing to kind of say exactly what it is, but 975 points. And that is to get, how do I put this nicely? The second Incarnon. But the first one was 1,785 just to get to 5. And then it's 975 just to get from 9 to 10. Yeah, it is a grand total of 5,460 circuit progress points that you need to get all the way to rank 10 to get your second Incarnon. Remembering that math from before, stage 1 is 100 points, stage 2 is 110, stage 3 is 125, stage 4 is 145 with a 1 a day bonus of 50, and stage 5 onwards is 170 circuit progress points. Yeah, it's, how do I put this? Very unfair when you think about the fact that absolutely none of these, apart from one one single reward gives you any steel essence here. This is just to get a hold of the second Incarnon Genesis. Fast travel your way over to Cavallero, evolve Incarnon weapons, and there they'll be at the bottom. Yeah, I have not installed the Boltor. I'm not installing any of them yet, but of course did happen to get the Skana one. But the best thing about these and all Incarnon weapons is the first mode will activate its Incarnon form. Basically complete a mission solo and it's unlocked instantly. In fact, we can kind of demonstrate that it's just unlocked. You can see that you have to choose between which one to go for right there. Yeah, I went for punch through. Though, one kind of downside effect to this, they can cost quite a bit, and these things don't quite work with the resource booster yet. They're supposed to. They said they are working on that, but as of, well, date 33.0.7, we search for the rune and rune marrow. Yes, it should be a shared pickup if they are not going to fix the fact that it drops one at a time. They should have learned from Oxium that does not go well with players. One at a time, and then turning around and asking you to use 60 of them. Ooh, but it gets better. Twice. But don't worry, that's only 2 weapons. So that's 60 per weapon. That was 2 of them. Not all of them do actually use the rune marrows, so that's fine because, as aforementioned, there is 30 of these things. And they will be in weekly rotations that, obviously, week 1 was the Braton, Lato, Skana, Paris, and the Kunai. Week 2 was the Bo, Latron, Furis, Furax, and Strun. This week would be week 3, that is the Lex, Magistar, Boltor, Bronco, Ceramic Dagger. Next week, or week 4, the Torid, dual Toxocyst, the dual Ichor, the Mitre and the Atomos. I think I'm going to go for the Atomos from that, to be honest. Week 5's the Brunt, Soma. Of course, everybody should go for the Soma first. Vasto, Nami solo, and Burston, with week 6 being the Zylok, Sibear, Dread, Despair, and Hate. It will take a minimum of 18 weeks to get every single one of these, because if you go for the first 2 1 week, and then the next time it comes around, 6 weeks later, you pick up the other 2. 6 weeks after that, you're only missing 1. So it will in fact take 3 eventual rotations of that week to get every single one of them. So you can spend 30 weeks doing it, or 18 weeks doing it. 30 weeks would be 1 a week. 18 weeks would be 2 a week. Because you're still going to have to do the 3rd week. The 3rd rotation of that week to get a hold of every single weapon. Kind of wish this was just 4. And at the same time, I'm glad it wasn't. But you have to also remember, there is a lot more weapons they want to add to this that's going to just diminish the chances of getting these by a lot. Unless they make them tradable. That is something that may happen in the future. Long distant future. There's an idea for Digital Extreme's Echoes update. The Incarnon Genesis devices can be traded. And every single time I think about these, it's Braton, Lato, Lex... Braton, Lato, Boltor, Lex, Soma, and the Torid. And the Torid is week 4. In week 4, I'm definitely going for the Torid and the Mitre over everything. I want to go for the Atomos. It was a great weapon, but the Torid, ooh, a clan tech only weapon. That needs to be massively buffed, but it won't be, and we know it won't be. But that's about enough for me. We'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.